Good afternoon, folks. Squad chop. It doesn't feel right. It's not fair that you guys, you're losing your son tomorrow, and here we are with the squad chop conditions. It's hardly right, is it? But here I am, going to rub your faces in it. Our son is fine. Your son is fine. The absurdities. But unfortunately, the common sense is lacking for people to understand that they are absurdities. Me, I see these things like I just laugh. I've got a couple of little clips on, opened a few TikTok pages up, right? Just listen to these things, right? Just random stuff. This is what's happening, right? Right, let's go to this first one.
Prophecy warned about 3 days of darkness.
There we go.
But what should you do if it really happens? The prophecy says the sun will vanish. For 3 days, there will be no light. No stars, no moon, just endless black skies. If this happens, stay inside. Lock your doors. Cover every window. Don't look outside. Because what moves in the dark may not be human. Prophets say you must be ready. Keep candles and food close. Have water stored. Hold it.
Now listen. I said it yesterday or the day before, and I'm going to say it again. There'll be people laughing at this. Oh God, can you believe this? But there are people taking this stuff seriously. Can you imagine? Adults, right? This is what you've got to put yourself in their shoes. I don't think a lot of you don't know the empathy thing. You just don't understand. You do not understand. You cannot put yourself in other people's shoes. Therefore, you don't understand what they could be going through. I can, right? Adults with children. Listen to what was just being said. This isn't a fucking joke. It's the government. The government is telling them. Now, listen, folks, those of you that think this is going to happen, if it does happen, I will renounce everything I've ever said. I will apologize for wasting people's time, and I will start going to church as from tomorrow, right? Because the sun turning off for 3 days, going dark, all the stars missing, it isn't something that can happen in my reality. Now, my reality is governed by logic and common sense. It's never let me down. In all of the time I've been here, and look how happy I am. I laugh at the things that people are stressing about because I have the common sense to be able to differentiate between the BS and what is real, and between what is possible and what isn't possible. Like the moon landings, that wasn't real, and it wasn't possible. That is one of the few double whammies. That is being able to differentiate between what is possible and not, and what is real and not. So the moon, she takes both of the biscuits on that one. Now, planet Earth, she's seen better days, okay? Look, I've got a round one here, but I have to explain it how I know how. I'm not going to start now doing a flat Earth thing. It's not my thing. I will carry on explaining things as I know best. I'm not saying it is round, and I'm not saying it's flat. I used to think it was round, and now I'm not sure. Now I'm really not sure, but I have to explain it like this. Right, that's the sun. The sun is right there. Now, US, what is happening tomorrow, you have the winter solstice. What this means is because of the angle that planet Earth is at, when it's, I think it's 23.5 degrees, when it's spinning on its axis, anti-clockwise. Remember, flat earthers, please bear with me. I am not saying, I can hear you guys in the background screaming now going, that can't be because of, I got to explain it like I know how. Now there'll come a time, there's the US, when it's orbiting the sun, right? And when it's facing the sun, the angle at which Earth is at means that the US is kind of the furthest it can be away from it. And the angle that it's at, right, doesn't allow for direct sunlight right onto it. Like if it was facing it, it's up at an angle. I'm exaggerating the angle. You're coming up to the shortest days of the year. So that means the least light. So they've given you the December, it's tomorrow, right? Now, here in Australia, we have the same, but the other way around. We are going through some escarchot conditions right now. We're going to go outside and burn leaves. I'm going to rub our good sun in your faces. Look, I'm trying to make light of a terrible situation for you guys. And it isn't your fault that you're believing this stuff. It's because it was what you were taught as children. This is where the crimes are happening. All of this stuff. But let's listen to another one. Hang on. Oh, let's carry on listening to this one.
Cross or a prayer item near you. And no matter what, do not answer the voices outside. Some believe demons will try to trick the living during the 3 days. When the 3 days are over, the sun will return. Prophecy warned about 3 days of darkness. But what should you do if it really happens?
I tell you what, you know what? I listen to this. It's disturbing. This is your government. They all do it to us. It's fear. It's fear. It's a fear-based society. This whole civilization. They scare you. They're constantly scaring you. There's nothing to be scared of. When you're not scared, you laugh. I laugh. Scary, it's comical. It's comical. Everything defies common sense and logic, but you have to have that in the first place. It's not your fault. Right, here's another one. Probably a bit of Atlas here.
Fresh imagery that was taken between October 18th and the 24th.
Old one.
So basically a blue color means that it's releasing higher energy. Higher energy particles, likely fresh gas, dust, as it heats up, nearing that sun. And that could tell us a lot about what the object is actually made of. So it's currently behind the sun where it was predicted to be. It still seems to be on the course as predicted, and it shows no signs of fragmentation yet, but it's...
You are showing signs of fragmentation, mate. Your brain's fragment is just the lies. Now, that's me. That's how much I can do, because I can see right through it, right? That's because I am fully loaded up with common sense and logic. I haven't let one single absurdity in my entire life, I don't think. Once you let one in, the others follow. It's the way it is. You have to stay tight. You have to ask for evidence. You cannot just presume that everything is like they say it is. It's this majority thing. Everybody else thinks it, so some of them must have done the experiments to prove whatever it is we're talking about. So, majority, a few conspiracy theorists screaming over there, I don't think so. I'll side with the majority. I don't understand science, but hey, look how many of us there are. Could we all be wrong? Yeah, see? Presumption. There's this thing where they say, scientists all around the world are shocked. Atlas has... What you need to understand, that doesn't mean anything. That is said to make people presume that scientists around the world. I bet there are scientists around the world. There aren't that many scientists around the world. That's another myth. People, you just think every other person is a scientist. It isn't like that. They just make you believe that, right? Oh, God, if only I could plug you guys into my head just for 20 seconds, you'd see what I mean, right? It's so obvious, it hurts. Everything that you believe, all of these absurdities, all the fear, anxiety, confusion, programmed when you were children. Right, let's go to another one. This is, guys, already pissing me off. Oh, same guy.
60 years ago, describing great oceans moving, the end of one world and the birth of another world. Then came the lab results, He says that U.S. tests show that the sphere is made of a high-grade refined aluminum mixed with rare earth elements, and he said that it should not have, it wouldn't have existed at this time. The resin that they carbon dated was 12,560 years old. They were able to carbon date that, not the metal. An engineer named Rodolphe.
Shut up. Right, what have we got here? Atlas as well. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning.
5, 13.
Just absurdities.
Breaking news. The impossible has just happened in space. Scientists around the world are in shock after detecting strange pulse waves coming directly from the mysterious object 3I Atlas, an interstellar body that seems to...
So, see, this is the thing. You're so trusting. You're unable. You just cannot think that they're lying, but they are. There are scientists around the world thinking the impossible's happening. Scientists around the world, they are shocked, disbelief. No, they're not. No, they're not. The few scientists that are around the world will probably look at this going, oh, they're doing it again. They are altering people's realities by making you believe obvious BS. I see this stuff. If there were a lot of people like me, well, there are, but they're spread out. I'd just love to be with a group of me's so that I can laugh with people. Because this stuff has to be mixed up in the menu with children. And now, religion thing, 3 days of darkness. 3 days of darkness, it is impossible. The sun cannot go out. It cannot go out. We have the same sun. We're going to go and look at it now, right? It's just the angle. We did that. The way that you're positioned, the angle, your nights are going to get longer. The days a bit shorter, a little bit less light. I don't know to what extent. They do say that it's noticeable, that last week, boom, boom, boom. So what they've done, they've timed it perfectly. If we say the 21st, 22nd is your longest, so they're leading you up to a week before it. And now with the power of suggestion, which is what they're using, it's like man-made climate change. It's the power of suggestion. Now, every time it even rains a bit, people, oh no, look at fucking man-made climate change. It's an absurdity. Nobody can call man-made climate change. It's a common sense thing again. Because you guys have been, it's been compromised. You think I'm talking rubbish. But man-made climate change, it defies common sense and logic. There are too many variables. Nobody can claim man-made climate change. That is insinuating that the person who is claiming it knows about every other variable that there is to do with the climate. And nobody has that information. It's that basic. It's so obviously a lie, but only to somebody who can think logically and who has common sense. It's ridiculous. But those of you without it and who have been pummeled with man-made climate change, there's no way you would accept what I'm saying because you don't have the common sense. It isn't, these things are not about science, right? They're about common sense. Common sense does away with man-made climate change. Common sense does away with finite light. Common sense does away with a lot of things, right? It's not about science, but you guys are convinced it is. They've muddied the waters and everything's complicated, but it really isn't that complicated. You have been bamboozled when you were children. Now this post probably won't get out, but all of those absurdities, hundreds of thousands. Why do you think that is? Because this is correct information that they don't want people to hear, because it's confronting. They want to be able to keep lying to you so they can keep manipulating you and telling you to stay in the dark whenever they feel like it. There'll be people, other groups of people talk other things, and they'll be fearful about other things at different times. And what you don't understand is that you're all going through the same. You've all been lied to about different things, but you'll think you're right. You'll think you've been taught right, but you've all been taught wrong. You've all been taught wrong. Cognitive dissonance. You will not accept it. I'm trying, I'm pushing, I'm bang, 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 and I can be relentless. Bang, 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 bang. Quite a few of you now. It's good. It's good. Somebody had to do it. It's not often that somebody will come along like me and go, yo, BS, at everything. Maybe you should listen, pay attention, instead of bagging me. There's one. I asked initially for an explanation for a solar eclipse with light traveling, photons traveling at 299,792 kilometers per second. A logical answer, because it's obviously absolute light. There is no delay. And there can be no logical answer for a solar eclipse with finite light with the sun directly behind the moon. Common sense and logic. Where is the sun? Directly behind the moon. It is the light source being blocked. Shadow. It's very basic. 1 + 1 = 2. It's that simple. But no, the explanations. The 8 minutes and 20-second light delay that people are coming up with, it's fascinating. But it's a fascinating concept, Captain. It's insane. This is you don't understand the science. I'm not sure what it is you're doing to your brains, trying to explain how it can work, how a solar eclipse can work with finite light. It cannot, right? But a few of you have attempted it, and first of all, the explanations are different. Does that not say something to you guys, that you've got different explanations for what this finite light is doing? It's crazy, it's bizarre. But then I had the breakthrough, and I said, oh, pull the horses up. Explain to me how a solar eclipse would play out with absolute light. Now there's the cat amongst the pigeons. Isn't it? Explain to me, if we have a finite light one here that we see when the sun is directly behind the moon, as seen from the sweet spot on planet Earth, if somebody could explain to me, please, how the solar eclipse would play out with absolute light. I like it, I love it. How would that happen? Now, it went quiet after this. Had a little bit of a back and forth with Epic Drew, who I'm presuming is going to sort this live out. I'm keen, Epic. Let's do it. But it's so obvious. Not one everybody's gone quiet. Why? Everybody's gone quiet because it was the explaining it with absolute light that hit the mark. Because how do you explain a solar eclipse, right, with faster light than what we see now? It cannot be any faster. It's already absolute light. That's why there is no delay. That's why the sun is directly behind the moon. It's a slammer dunker. It really is. I've got this grin on my face. It might look like I'm smirking a bit. I am, because it was a genius move. That's like a chess move, isn't it? Fucking checkmate. People, there is no merit in pretending to believe something that you don't understand. That's what's happening. For some reason, you are all like this majority clinging onto each other with the absurdity. Now leave us alone. It's freaking photons. I'm like, no, it's not. I'll pick you off one by one, because it's the next generation of children. Where do you think they're going to be at? You guys here with the photons, when a solar eclipse clearly is playing out with absolute light. Where are the kids going to end up if you've accepted this rubbish? It's your job to protect the children from absurdities. Your own children. A solar eclipse with finite light, photons, 8 minute and 20-second delay. You're not even going to think about it. You're just going to pass that shit on to your children. Where do you think they're going to be in 20 years' time, if they believe that now? Can you not see where it's going? People are believing absurdities. They're not understanding about logic and common sense. It doesn't matter what people are told. They're just believing it. People just don't have any critical thinking skills left. Look, we're going to go out. We're going to have a look at the sun. There's a fly on the side of that phone. Right. What are we on? 20. Right. Well, aim for the 30. So we'll come out into my garden. Look at that sun. God, it's hard to believe that it's going to be going out tomorrow. It just really is hard. I just can't believe it. I'd have a word with management if I were you guys. Like I said, it simply cannot happen. It is physically impossible. The most you're going to get is a little bit less light, and you're coming up to your longest nights, your shortest days. Now, again, with the power of suggestion, people have been told to stay indoors. This is where the crimes are. I just think it's unbelievable. Life is so beautiful. The weather's perfect. It's just such a great life. But people, man-made climate change. Man-made climate change. Now, there's something that defies logic and common sense. But you need to have common sense to understand how stupid it is. Maybe people need to just listen to what I'm saying for a change. It's not like I've changed my story. Everything ties in with common sense. Everything that I say, so easy to understand. That's the thing. That's why they don't want people to be able to think, to have common sense and logic as tools, because the system would not be able to manipulate people like it does. Right, well, we're going to cut through these like a knife, a warm knife through butter. All right, I did it the other day, but the sun's got a shot today. Right, let's do this. Shaking a bit. I tell you what though, if I had that little red hot orb running up and down my leg, I'd be shaking as well. As you can see, it's funny actually, because I'm at an angle. I'm not going straight down. So that, like the sun's light for you guys this week, it's at an angle, so you're not going to get the full effect. It's going to be cooler. It's not going to go out though, trust me. And if somebody knocks on the door and knocks, yeah, guys, are you there? Don't shoot them. It won't be a monster. There's no monsters. There are no monsters. The only monsters are humans. And they are monsters. Arsehole monsters, manipulating, lying to the children so that they can then do what they're doing now. God, imagine if everyone's like me. They'd have no chance. They wouldn't. I'm not talking myself up. It's just common sense. Science. It's rubbish, most of it. Alright, my arms get tired. Let me go over this side. The other one will be faster because of the angle. Right, this one should be faster. He says. It's the size. I've turned it the wrong way. Yeah, I didn't position these the best, but Look, you can see what. Look, this is how it was supposed to be. I'm showing off our sun because you guys are not going to see any tomorrow, and it's going to be dark for 3 days. I thought, you know what? I'll give you a little treat before you get plunged into cold and darkness. It's not going to happen, guys. Don't worry. It's not going to happen. Carry on as normal. Don't lock your doors. Don't do what they say. Go out, have a good time. Go night clubbing. Go get yourselves a burger. Go down the local bar. Do some tequila shots. Everything will be just fine. Fucking fear mongering. Lies. These are triggers. Seeds that were planted when children were children. And now they're adults and they're panicking. It's always the US, isn't it? Hey? Do you see that? Nobody realised that yet? Bermuda Triangle, you kept that to yourselves. Alien abductions. Betty and Barney trust the US to have the first people ever abducted. Coincidence? Of course it's not. It's taught absurdities, guys. You get the shits with me because I'm telling the truth. You should get over getting the shits. Don't be angry with me. Be angry with who's teaching you. All they teach is division. Even this is me saying this, trying to make you see sense. It's creating division between us. I'm not here to create division, am I? All right, so we're on 26. All right. Look, folks, you have nothing to worry about. It's physically impossible. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to go through longer nights, a little bit less light than usual. I don't know what percentage. It could be noticeable, like I said, with the power of suggestion, with what they've already done to people. Well, I don't know what to say, guys, honestly. There's no question that cannot be answered using logic and common sense, right? They're tools, the tools that they are. They supersede science. They were here first. It is because of common sense and logic we know the science isn't real, okay? This is important. It is common sense and logic that allows me to tell you without any doubt whatsoever that the science, it's lies, it's wrong. Now, like I said earlier, chances of this seeing much airtime aren't very high because they obviously like the absurdities of social media sites. But that is why I keep going every single day. On Rumble, I used to have 0 likes, 0 followers. I now have 45 or 46 likes, and I'm on 37 or 38 followers. So I've got a couple more likes, few more likes than I have followers. Every day now, one, another one, boom, boom, 2. It's great. 1 a day, I'll take it anytime, because every person who listens and understands what I'm saying is going to change things. The butterfly effect. It's about the children. Protect their minds. That's all we have to do. They'll figure it out, just like we figured it out. You don't have to keep telling them what to do. Just keep them. Keep them free in their minds. Don't let them be weighed down with the bullshit. They'll come to an age and they'll just know what to do. That's how it works. That's how it works. It's not going to be hard to see this for what it is if they can think for themselves. I can tell you. Well, this is not going to get any airtime whatsoever, is it? 29, 20, coming up to the last 30 seconds. Folks, guys, look, no, right? And if it does, like I said, I apologise. Keep running it through in my head, there is no way they can make the stars disappear and make the sun go out. No. And if they do, like I said, I will be religious from that moment onwards. All right, guys, 29, 51, 52, 53. No absurdities. No fear. Just logic and common sense. Laters.